To the Cash App, babe.
All right, so we are live. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to My Life Has Destiny podcast. But you already know who I am, your host, Camiria Coco Fenton, and I am excited about the lovely couple that you see here on the other side of my screen. I am excited to interview them about what they got going on. I wanted to interview them so that they could share what they are doing, what they have plans with for the community and things of that nature. I'm not going to be the one to tell y'all what they got going on. They're going to tell you themselves. So, without further ado, I do want to welcome and introduce you guys to Brianna Bailey and Mr. Griffin. So, they are actually located in Georgia, you guys. So, for the ones of you that ask me where they're here, no, they are not here with me, but they are in Georgia. They will give you all of the info that you need to be able to donate after or when we get closer to the end of the interview. So, please stay tuned. Please make sure that you are typing in the chat if you have any questions so that I can put the questions up on the screen for them to be able to see. And we are about to get started. So, welcome, 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 you guys. I'm excited to have you here. So, can you please tell everybody who you are, what you guys are doing, how long you have been doing it, and what is coming up?
All right. You want to go first? You can go first.
Okay. I'm Minister Griffin. We are To Walk with Grace Inc. Brianna, she started Grace about 2 years ago. She started in the Gwinnett County school system. She mentors to young ladies in between the ages of 11 and 13, just from noticing some of the struggles that they've been going through, whether it be at home, bullying in school. So what she did was she formed her organization, and she decided to meet with the girls twice a month. She has sixth grade girls, seventh grade girls, and eighth grade girls, and she meets with them twice a month. It's been funded out of her own pocket.
Sorry, y'all.
Excuse I apologize. It's been funded out of our own pockets here up until now. We just got our 501 C3s, and we've been pushing our organization to grow. We want to mentor to young men in the school systems and minister and mentor to anybody who might need us, and as well as giving out community help. We want to help anybody in need. So, what we're doing now, we're transforming the organization from girls rising, achieving, and conquering and empathizing to God rising, achieving, conquering, and empathizing. And that view is we want to, as vessels, show the grace and the love of God to all. So, what we're doing is in this upcoming event that we have coming up on this Sunday, we are giving away free food. Um, we want to give away some gift cards. If the provisions come, we will pay some people's rent, give rental assistance, bill assistance, and help the community in any way we can. This is just the start. We want to grow into an organization that can be a light for people to see the work of God, the glory and the goodness of God. Because in this day and age, is so many things going on and so many people in need, and it seems like there's nobody there that actually cares. And that's what we want to present to the world and to everybody in need. So we are just, giving it the push, and it's going to be done with God backing us. I know it will succeed at everything we do because the intention and the heart is in the right place. And if we can continue to give awareness and show love and empathy, we can rise, we can achieve, we can conquer, and we can do it all that with the grace and the glory of God, or for the glory of God. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. I know you said that the ages right now is between 11 to 13. Will
Yes.
the age range ever change?
Well, that's just in the school system. As we push for this broader umbrella, which is God rising, achieving, and empathizing, we are going. like I said, we are helping people from all walks, all ages, whether they be homeless, whether it be mental institutions. It's a need in so many different areas. And as much as God pours into us, we're going to pour out onto the people. I As I was thinking about the event when we started planning the event, I what school system? It's currently in Gwinnett County School System.
I do it currently at Moore Middle School. And now I'm getting transferred to Jordan, so I was expanding it to Jordan Middle School.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna finish that question, then I'll come back to what I was saying. But as far as the school systems, we're trying to get it cluster wide. The Black Knight cluster, the way Gwinnett County School is set up, they have like a number of different schools in one cluster. So we're going to get it cluster wide, then we're going to expand it to city wide and county wide, and we want to just keep expanding there. The more people we find with that same vision, that same passion to help these students, because they're such a pivotal age, and they're facing so many things with the rising cost of living, and then parents are, it's just spilling over. So a lot of these children, they're coming to school with the weight of the home on their shoulders, or at least in their head. They're able to see it, and they're not able to focus on their future. So we're encouraging them. We are mentoring them, teaching them different skills and pouring into them, and also letting them know that they're not alone. That's the biggest thing. And even with the families, for some of the girls who have families that are less fortunate, or not just girls, it's going to be all girls, boys. Will even go as far as to help those families. But the bigger thing is, as I was saying, we are taking this thing to be we want to be a global impact. One household at a time, one city at a time, and just continue to grow, because it's such a need for people to feel that love, and that letting them know that somebody's there for them.
Okay, what are going to be some of the programs that are, besides what you already have, are you planning on implementing more programs, and if so, what type?
Yes.
You
can go, and then I'll go.
Yeah, so as he said, like, it was something that I started just as a mentoring group to young women. And then I noticed that, like, in the school system, boys needed it as well. So the mentoring services, I definitely want to keep that. I want to keep mentoring younger children, adolescents. We want to end up probably counseling adults, marriages, different things of that sort. Just whatever God provides the discernment and provision to do, we will do. And I just wanted to I didn't want to get sidetracked, but I kind of wanted to speak on, like, the background of it, of how we even got to this place. He mentioned, a lot of, in the school systems, like he said, a lot of students are wearing so much stress on them because of what their parents are going through, especially with inflation. Like, when we were growing up, it was hard. So I could only imagine now.
Right.
I can only imagine now. Like, I remember being the oldest of 6 to a single mother and seeing her struggle, trying to take care of us. And I know the mental toll it took on me. So being able to have that place where you can speak to other people that are going through the same thing, it's a beautiful thing. I've seen it, like, where I've brought students together and we've talked about the things that they're battling, and they don't feel alone. So it's a real need. And I think that that's like an important piece of it. But now that we're trying to make it a bigger ministry, whatever it is that God needs us to do, we will do. Whatever it is. Because we both could attest that we've been there, like, not always having food to eat, or, bills not being able to get paid on time. That is, it's a stressful thing to face.
It is.
It's a stressful thing to face. And I think that I think that's why we're trying to expand it, because it's not just children that's going through that. There's adults going through that right now with inflation. as he mentioned, things are getting hot. And then they're not trying to, pay, match what we're getting paid to our cost of living. So there's a lot of people in need right now. And
Yeah, and it's going to get higher.
yeah.
Especially if we are not careful with this upcoming election, it's going to be some stuff. So it's better to prepare now and overbuy if you can, to make sure that you have an influx of what you need, especially necessities.
Absolutely.
So, that's the best thing. And I've been pretty much preaching that since 2021. Right. So, and I hope that people are really listening and really doing around and doing it now. But I do have a person that says, hold on, let me read this right. Oh, they wanted to know. One says, do you have a website?
Yes.
Okay. If you can, type that into the chat, and so it'll come up in the chat.
All right.
You got it.
Yes. Okay. Let me see. Excuse me. Bear with me. You all.
Oh, it's okay. They want to type it in the chat, that way they can get it and it'll come up as a link, and they'll be able to click on it that way. Also, you have another person that says they understand, they get it, because the children are wearing, some children are wearing the stress of home, not knowing what the day-to-day will be. Some children, school is the only way that they eat. Some children's school is the only time that they have time with anyone.
Exactly.
So they feel like it's really important for the program that you are trying to implement.
Right.
Okay. And I'm reading it that way because this person isn't on social media like that. So they're watching it from a different site that I use. So I'm reading it from that site. So I can't put their questions up on the screen. But they also wanted to know, how long have you been doing it?
I started Grace in 2022. Grace, like I said, it was born out of my own struggle. One, just facing financial hardships at home as a child, but also we as a people are better together. And I think, especially in our culture and just a lot of backgrounds, we aren't connected as we should be.
Okay.
It makes sense. So as a teenager, I remember just, I knew God. But of course there's influences that comes when you're in school. And I always felt like if I had a mentoring program like what I have now currently at the school I work at, I think I would have gotten a lot further. God has definitely blessed me with where I am today. But I feel like I would have, that would have been a good, safe place for me to speak about things that I've been through. So that's another thing. Just having that family unit with all walks of life, different people with different backgrounds. You never realize how connected you are until you start speaking to people.
Right.
Having that circle is, I think, is tremendously important as well. Having a safe place to go. Having a safe place to go. Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. For the one that you're starting for, the men and the young men and the men. What will be will it be the same gear like what she has for the young ladies, and or will it be a different approach?
It will be pretty much the same approach, but also what we're going to start to do is teach them skills that they can use for their future. That's for females and young gentlemen. As far as financial skills that they need to learn, even the adults, we're not just going to limit it to our groups, but these are some of the things that we're going to develop. We're going to develop curriculum and program that we can teach them skills, uh, handy skills, financial skills that they need to learn because it's we have such a need, and just pouring into them as well, giving them that sense of camaraderie with each other. When she first started, the year that she started Grace with sixth grade girls,
Mhm.
there was it's not one fight amongst those girls in that grade. And that's an amazing thing because we as young people, we're not focused on the bigger picture, and we're not sympathize, or we don't empathize with those around us because we don't know their stories. But as we come together and as we build together, then we start to empathize with each other. And some of them are just facing some things like at home that they tend to lash out on their peers with.
Mhm.
So that's a direct impact that we were able to see through the program. And as they learn more skills and we give them more tools that they can use to focus, whether it be energy, anger, hurt, and also giving them a sense of camaraderie with each other, we'll just see those it help their lives, and it'll pour over into their futures. And those are skills that they can pass on to others. And well, what we planned on doing is, like I said, it's not going to just stop there. We wanted to get people excited, motivated to continue and grow this thing. We don't just want it in our area. We want to get the right people in the right places in multiple areas, in multiple states even, so that we can continue to show God, and to inspire others to come. Because if you see the truth in somebody, and you realize and you're able to feel that true love, then that's going to inspire somebody. Hey, I want to be like that.
Right.
These people are, we're really pushing for this movement. It's
Right.
not just for the nonprofit. It's to inspire others to pick up that their cross, so to speak, and to just grow and do better and just become a better society of people altogether. It was another program that I'm going to figure out the parameters of trying to build this program up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a situation that I know of. It's for mental health. We have Christian counselor on our board. It's Pastor Rochelle Stevens, and we're going to get more people and more counselors. Everything that we do as an organization is free. It's only by either our pockets, I work hard, or either by donation and sponsorship. So we're going to offer free counseling, and one that really hit home to me when I noticed, or I actually heard from a few different people what was going on in the jail systems. They're overcrowded, overpopulated, and they're not even showing these people the love or the courtesy of being a human being, let alone the love of God.
Mm-hmm.
It's people I know of this one for sure, Clayton County Jail. There are people in there who are facing seriously mental health issues. And some of them only need a little help, but they're telling them, oh, it's a year wait list. And in that time, within that year wait list, not only are you not giving them the help that they need, but you're putting them in terrible conditions.
A lot can happen within a year.
Exactly. And unfortunately, my brother, he was facing something, and he was one of those people. And he's in conditions where they don't have running water in the dorm. The toilets are overflowing. Like that's not only, like I said, not the love of God. That's not even showing a person the decency of a human being. And this is unacceptable as a race, as a human race. It is just unacceptable. And we have to start, considering other people and not just looking at everybody as statistics. We have to really implement love in what we do, or at least common courtesy in what we do, because people make mistakes, but that doesn't make them no less human.
Right.
And we want to, So that's one thing we want to tackle that monster. We want to address our young children because the influences that they're getting in the worldly stage.
Oh yeah, this day and age,
ridiculous.
Yeah, the influences.
As far as people being homeless and can't feed themselves, whether it be mothers, single mothers who are struggling, they're working overtime, they're not being able to spend time with their families to teach them, working multiple jobs, just trying to make ends meet. Like, these are things that we want to try to tackle, and we're not just going at it by here, you give me money and I will give it. I want to give them skills. I want to make better to be able to sustain and take care of their families. And whatever the Spirit puts on us, we're very well rounded. Like Brianna, she is currently has a master's degree. She has a bachelor's in business, and she's going for her doctorates. I'm going for not my doctorates. Well, one day I'm going for my bachelor's in theology and organizational leadership. And we're just going to utilize all the skills, the life skills that we've gained to do something with it, something of purpose, something that really matters. And I give all praise to the Most High, and all glory is due to Him. Everything that I've learned, whether it been my trips, my tribulations, my downfalls, He taught me how to take all of that and grow into the person that I am today. And I just want to show that to the world, because if it wasn't for Him, if it wasn't for God,
or even if it wasn't for the God you've seen in people,
right?
So, I know, like, my earliest memory of seeing the God in a person was with a teacher I had, right? So if you're coming to school, you're acting out. I wasn't the best student in class, or the most well-behaved student, and just having someone that shows that they care, that's what planted that seed for me to be the best person I am today. That was one of the seeds that was planted. And I think when we as a people start to show God to other people, you just never know the impact that it'll have. Just never know. Right. And that's why I always try to strive to do the best that I can with anybody that I come into encounter with. But like you said, we're human. I've made mistakes. I've fallen a couple of times. I haven't always been the best person. But through everything, I think I've learned that, and still learning, that when you show God, you just never know how that'll impact another person.
Right.
You never know what people are going through.
I tell people all the time that sometimes you will be the only glimpse of God that some people see.
Yeah.
And so I ask people all the time, when a person see you, what do they really see?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so a lot of people can't answer that. You'll be surprised. And then I've had the conversation in groups, and a lot of people just stop because they can't answer. Some people actually just say, I don't know. Yeah. And it's better for you to be truthful about where you are than for you to try to make it up. Right. Yeah. And so I'm one of those people, I don't even like that term, fake it till you make it. I can't stand that term. So it's like, one of the things that people don't understand is that, one, I'm never going to try to force God on nobody. You either want or you don't.
That's true.
Right? It's just that simple. I can tell you about what He did for me. I can't tell you what He did for you because I won't dare. Right? A lot of people don't understand. It's just like the old school song you say, you wasn't there when He saved me. Right? And so I wasn't there when you had your encounter with Him, so I can't say what He has done for you. I can only tell you what He's done
for me
and how I make sure that what He's done for me, I exude to other people.
Exactly.
In that, you know what I'm saying? That's where we go from, well, now, how can I help you?
Right.
There's a lot of layers that you got to pull back off people, because we got multiple layers to us. Nobody is just one way. You got layers of this, you got layers of that, you got a whole, it's a lot of sides to a person. It's just like peeling an onion. It's a lot of layers to it, right? So my thing is when you encounter people, right? And what y'all get ready to do on this weekend, you about to encounter a whole lot of people.
A lot of people.
You know, just make sure the first thing they see
It's
is
God.
the joy of who he is, right? And the love of who he is. It's
Exactly.
the approach that always makes the difference.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't care what kind of event you show. If you come in, there's no smile on your face. The people come up, you not saying hello, or I mean, if you're a hugger, you hug the folks. However, you do what you do. If they don't see that and
Mhm.
they just looking at you like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're not approachable, right? And a lot of people don't understand that sometimes you make yourself look that way, but
Exactly.
that may not be who you are. But you just give the look that you're not approachable.
All right, yep. Yep.
Right. So it's just, I used to do that and I didn't know. But and because I just had this look like, you know, when people walk in, I just had a look. It wasn't nothing that I had against anybody in the room. I just had a look because I'm one of those people, I'm a watcher.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watch everything going on around me. So I'm scanning everything in the room. Right. And in that look can kind of get real, real sometimes.
Yeah.
And when you come up to me to have a conversation, it's a whole nother ball game because I'm not that way, right? And so we have somebody that you got two questions
Mhm.
Okay.
in the room. So here's the first one.
Okay.
Well, definitely. Um, he like you mentioned,
Well,
financial life skills to
so
get them prepared.
okay, good. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I am, for one, I am a insurance agent, but we don't push insurance on people, but we are geared to showing people financial strategies because with life insurance, it's a big financial industry. It involves securities, it involves saving, and a lot of people don't know about certain products because no one has ever told them or gave them financial literacy.
So you do IULs?
Yes, index universal life insurance policies. I wouldn't. Well, I'm not going to say I wouldn't write any other policy, but if I'm going to push something, or I want it to be something that I believe in myself.
Awesome.
I don't. In as far as IULs, they, let's say, give or take, I have an IUL on my daughter. I put it on. I gave her put IUL on her 2 months. At 2 months, I can put the $26 a month that it costs me in for until she's 100 years old. And I did the math. It's only like $36,000 that I will be putting in, but that's $100,000 policy. Not only is that $100,000 policy, um, by the time she reaches 18 and she's ready to go to college, I can pull out of that IUL because it's not just a life insurance policy. It's a financial strategy that is growing money, it's growing cash value, it's getting compound interest, it's doing better than the bank. So your savings account will do for sure. And I didn't have to put that much into it. All I
Right.
have to do is make the right financial move. And
Right.
I don't have to go empty our savings to put my daughter through college or have her take out so many loans and stress herself while she should be going through college. But she's thinking about, oh my God, when I get out of college, they're going to put this loan on me and I'm going to have to start paying this back before she even gets a career. These are financial strategies that
A lot of people don't know.
a lot of people don't know.
Mhm.
People
I definitely want to bring you back. I'm gonna bring you back to talk about that. That is
definitely.
something that a lot of people ask me about,
Mhm.
because I have spoken about them multiple times. But I would love for someone that does this on a regular to go into detail about an IUL, so that they can get familiar with it and make a change in their insurance.
Exactly. Um,
Um, so we have another one. I don't want to cut you off. Did you finish that? Go
Oh,
ahead.
that was just one of the life skills, but
yes.
also I think a lot of people are struggling with mental health, self love,
Mhm.
building sisterhood, building brotherhood. All those different things too are skills that are important,
Mhm.
right? And networking and being able to be approachable, as you mentioned, or
Exactly.
being able to make connections with people. Some
Right.
people don't even have that, skill, and it's so fundamental because you just never know who you'll meet, and you never know how far you'll go. Because honestly, right now, having a degree is like not as weighted as it was before.
No.
Sometimes it's who you know.
Yeah.
And I think especially with like my girls that I mentor, that's like a big thing. Being approachable, being able to network with people. One of the things that I have my girls do is when we first start during the beginning of the school year is get up and just speak to somebody that you don't know, building networking skills. So I think that's important. I think it'll be, like I said, whatever discernment God gives, we will be able to push as a life skill, whatever it is that He puts on our heart. That's what we'll include in this program
Right.
as well.
Awesome.
And as well as maybe not going through a full course, but at least teaching them some basic things like electrical skills. I do electrical. I do HVAC, or at least I have some guys who do HVAC, and I'll bring them in. Carpentry. These are skills that if you can't do nothing else, you can go and make $1. If you grow up and you need to feed your children, hey, look. One, you got skills to be able to be approachable. Two, you are able to market yourself. We need those skills. We need to learn how to write a resume, a good resume, all
Right.
these things that we're instilling in it. That's why it's not just a one class, it's an ongoing thing throughout the school year. And it's not just going to be in the middle school, it's going to grow into high school and even adulthood. So it's
One of the good things about it though is you could get them started and they can make a decision if they want to go to trade school to get it done.
exactly.
So you always give them a taste of it, and then you can say, well, which one do you want to do?
Mm,
You can work them to that towards that trade.
absolutely.
And then what was the other question?
The other question?
Yeah, bringing it up.
Okay.
Religion.
So
you want to break it down?
I'm Minister Griffin.
Christians.
Yes, we are Christian.
Mhm.
With that being said, I'm not going to let my religion, in fact, I'm more spiritual than religious, honestly. But I wouldn't let my religion stop me from showing the love of God to all people.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if they're Muslim, Hindu. My job is to show you the love of God, and the love of, I got to show you that. So I'm not going to let religion keep me from doing that, to being an impact in whether it be no matter whose life it is. Hey, we got atheists out here who might not believe in God, but if they see not with me pushing religion, but me showing, not just telling you about it, let me show you who it is. Let me show you the goodness and glory of God in me, and through my actions and my work, and then through my care that I'm willing to show you, no matter what walk of life you're in.
I think we'll keep it Bible based though, like, because we are Christians, so we do stick to the Word of God. Definitely, like I know when I mentor my young girls, I always have a scripture that we kind of start with to guide our circle. We usually have circles, so we are Bible based, definitely. But as he said, we will not discriminate or try to, like you said, beat the Bible over somebody's head, because that's not a good way to try to bring Christ anyways. So let them see.
Most of the time that's gonna make them turn.
Yeah, so let them see that, okay, we're walking with God, and that's how we're rising, that's how we're achieving, that's how we're conquering, and that's how we're empathizing with people. Exactly. That's how we're doing it. We're walking with God and we're doing God's work, and we're a vessel. We're a vessel. He's using us as a vessel to bring souls to Him, and in that we aren't going to be like pushy, because I think a lot of people, especially in our generation, have left the church because of feeling condemned and feeling like they can't be themselves or be open and honest. We are all human. Like I said, I've battled things, still battling things, still growing, still learning as a woman, different things. So who am I to judge anyone? But I will say the word of God and walking with God has gotten me a long way. And I think if anyone is to come to God, they'll be able to see it themselves, and everybody's at a different level in their life. Everybody's at a different level.
Right.
You gotta meet people where they are.
You gotta learn how to. That's what I was getting ready to say. You gotta learn how to meet people where they are.
I've fallen a couple times, and my mother is very big on. She loves God. She loves Christ. She is an amazing woman of God, and she would try. You got to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this. But eventually, I was led right back to Him on my own, just by seeing what she has done, just by seeing that she has turned to God when she has fallen short or has been at her lowest, and seeing what it has done for her. So we're definitely, I guess when we speak about religion per se, it's like, okay, we are Bible based, we are Christians, but we want to reach people with love and grace and mercy, and watch how it is to walk with God. So yeah, I think just having this organization is just going to be beneficial to so many people because of, like I said, things that we each have individually went through, and just life lessons that we have learned as well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The next question is on the screen.
I definitely would say that it would include family, especially like the event we're having Sunday, July 14th. Kids, children, families, we as a society have gotten so far from that family unit. I do believe that a lot of people are not connecting with their families like they used to. For one, social media. Two, just different things that are going on in the world, divorces and things that happen. I feel like we're like growing further apart as a family. So that is something I would like us to include as well. I know we're speaking about like a whole whirlwind of things that we want to do, but it's truly an organization to help in all aspects that God puts on our hearts. So yes, family is definitely one. I know my mother's ministry, Walk in Sync Ministries, it's geared towards couples, right? We got to build up those marriages again, because that is what's causing a lot of families to be divided, divorce. And speaking on myself, I've been through a divorce, so I've seen how it affects a family, how it affects children. And if there was, and I'm sure there are organizations that would help people that are maybe going through a divorce, children that have had parents that have gone through a divorce, I think that would be like a tremendous help to their mental, their spiritual, and anything that they may be facing during that time. So that's definitely a different portion. I know we'll partner with her a lot in that aspect, because she's truly going to focus on marriages. So I think family definitely is something that we will be touching for sure. Yes.
Next question is on the screen.
How would the students qualify for the program? So this is the thing. When I first started it in the school, I had 30 girls sign up initially. It was overwhelming for the first time I did it. And I know the facilitators that I use and I were thinking of how would they qualify, because there are people that truly need, and there are people that just come because, right? Just like food drives. There are some people that come to a food drive, don't need the food, but they come and get the food. But we truly do want to help people that are in need, right? So I've had, girls that would just come and try to sit on their phone and just be there to hear people speak on what they're going through. And we had to learn how to weed those different people out. So I think definitely interviews and just different trials and error of having them come to our program. If we're doing mentoring, for instance, you pretty much can
have you try to use I call it the paper method. Okay, so
Survey.
you make a pretty much you're gonna make up like a questionnaire
Mm-hmm.
that's for you to be able to mentor them
Mm-hmm.
based on the answers. It kind of will let you know the need. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And so, have you tried that method?
we have. We actually started that this year because of last year, and we seen how many girls were just there just to be there. We
Mhm.
tried it this year. Okay, questionnaire. What? How's your mental health? Certain questions that are geared towards what we are wanting to tackle. Um, and we were able to use that questionnaire to get girls in. But like I said, there's still people that could bypass that questionnaire as well. So I think that with discernment, we'll definitely know like who we need to touch. Did you want to add anything to that?
With that being said, we won't deny people.
Mhm.
It was actually one rule that she had in the beginning, as far as the fighting, and it actually probably inspired a lot of them to not fight. But one girl this her second year had a hiccup where she got into it with another girl, and she was thinking about removing her from the program. But I told her, I said, wait a minute, don't do that, because you never know how that situation went, and you've been doing such great work with this young lady, and she's grown a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to take that from her. So we're not just I'm not a person that's going to say, here, boom, now I'm just setting you free. We want to keep our our hands, or at least if you need it, we're here still for you. So we don't really limit people.
So with what you just said, being that you are now going to you're transferring, right?
Yes.
That's what's supposed to happen.
Yes.
How is that going to work with the group of girls you already have?
Oh, I'm still able to go to that school. So I have facilitators there. Like I have teachers and friends that are willing to just facilitate. And pour into those young women. So if I can't conduct a meeting, I have facilitators that will for me.
Okay. Awesome.
And like I said, even like my overhead, he is more than willing to help me make it a cluster-wide thing for the mentoring part of this, right?
Mhm.
But in regards to just different aspects like giving away food, trying to help people have rental assistance, things of that sort, of course, will be more what's the word I'm looking for? Discerning in who we're pouring into and who may need that blessing as well. So I think it's just an umbrella of things that we're trying to do, and God's gonna just guide us on who we need to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Next question on the screen.
Ratio of adults to students. Are you speaking as far as the facilitators to students ratio?
I think that they're thinking that your program may put the people together.
No.
I'm thinking that's what they mean. So I'm going to ask Miss Sonia, if you could please kind of reiterate this particular question on the screen and elaborate as to what do you mean. And we'll come back to this one. All right. So we have, I think it's your baby.
She's praying in the comments.
That is my beautiful daughter, and she's watching. Her comment is well, y'all can see her comment. Yes, thank you, my dear.
Because she asked me, was it okay, and I said yes. So yeah.
Hey, Aubrey. Hey.
Yes.
One thing about me, Aubrey, baby, I'll never stop you from praying, sweetheart. So it's always gonna be okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's to what? Yeah. So I think.
Okay, you have more. You have. It says Journey wanted to pray also. And it says I'm gonna put it on the screen.
Awesome. We have wonderful children.
Yeah.
We push to be the best parents that we can be, and that's even something. If I go to the question and answering it in one way before the last question, as far as the ratio of children to adults.
They put it in the thing. They said they wanted to know the ratio of students per mentor.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
perfect.
that's pretty much what they wanted to know. How many students or how many children
Mhm.
per mentor? So how many, like, I guess, like,
Yeah.
how many is too many?
Yeah, I
Right.
know.
One person kind of thing.
Yeah, what last year when we were doing it, I had 3 mentors. It was 4, but there was one that wasn't able to come to every meeting. But I wanted the girls to have someone that they could go to, not just during our mentoring meeting times, but at any moment that they just needed someone to talk to. So I did assign at one point in time. I did assign like maybe 6 girls to each of 6 to 10 girls to each of us, and it was a little overwhelming. I do see that when it's less girls to one person, is you're able to kind of pour into them more. But I guess with however much people that or students or children that we get, and the more facilitators that we get, we'll be able to better adjust that. But as of right now, I know we have like 5 to 1.
So
five,
like
5 students to 1 mentor.
okay. You have, who is it? Kazal was here. Says mom and dad.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's a sign.
Yeah. So yeah, we just want to do God's work. Like all the glory goes to God.
Yes.
I so enjoy y'all kids. Y'all kids is making the comment section right about now. So I like the kids.
Yep, all 6 of them. Yeah.
This one and 5.
So I appreciate that. So my I guess my question, because I don't see, did you type the website into because it didn't come up?
So I was trying to join the chat, but it didn't let me.
Okay.
I signed
Send the website to me and then I'll just type it in on the screen. Because I'm not sure why I was doing that. But just send it to me and I type it in on the screen. So I want you to tell the people where you are, how to find you, if you have a social media page for your group and business, all of those good things, so they'll know how to find you, contact you.
All right. You can reach us through either social media. Also, we have a website. You can reach us by phone. Our social media is TWW Grace.
Inc. Huh? TWWGrace.inc.
Well, that is, yes.
The Instagram.
Yeah. TWWGrace.inc. So just put an @
let me put this in. So is it all caps or no?
It's all, well, either way. The social media doesn't really it's not case sensitive with the @ with the yeah.
And this is Instagram?
Yes. Facebook. We created a Facebook and they made us take it down because they said we couldn't create a separate one, so we're going to create another Facebook. The website is actually on the social media, on
the link.
The link is on the Instagram, but the website is www.towalkwithgrace.com. And the phone number is on there as well. My phone number, I'm Minister Griffin. Should I give it out on live? I don't mind.
They can get it off the site.
Okay, there you go.
I'll never have y'all give out that type of stuff.
All
so
right.
just your social media, and they could get everything else off your pages. I do that to keep you safe that way.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that way you won't get no trolls calling. And you know, the Saints be on something sometimes.
Okay.
So go ahead.
I want to speak more on Sunday. God put it on my spirit, or on our spirits, when we first started to put this thing together. Whatever provisions come, that's what's going to go out. We have a host of things that we want to do. Like I said, we want to pay rent. We're going to feed people. That's for sure. I want to give out school supplies to the children. We're getting close to the end of the summer. So we want to give out some school supplies to the children and any assistance that we can there. If as far as
Are you going to give out the school supplies now, or are you going to wait?
Maybe, well, we can take names and then we'll wait and we'll issue them out to everybody who's there or anybody who signs up closer to the school year beginning, that way, because we don't have children writing on paper for the rest of the summer, and then they'll have school supplies when it's time to have. We want to grow this thing as big as possible.
Yeah, hold on. So let me answer a question that came to me. Yes, I will post a flyer when I get the flyer, and I will make sure you guys can see it. So I know that y'all always ask, because y'all know I always post flyers. I got y'all. So I will post a flyer once I get it. I'll give it to y'all and say everybody can see it and get it. And y'all will know where it's located, the time. If you guys want to donate, I am trying to get the digital QR code link so I can get you guys that info that you want. If not, just inbox me and I will give you the Cash App info and things of that nature, and I can give it to you because I don't like to put that stuff out in the open either. So y'all inbox me. I got you. Continue.
Well, as I was saying, we want to grow this thing as big as possible, because it's nothing that God can't do, and it's nothing that we can do as children of God that is too big to give glory to God. That being said, like the provisions, we were talking about that. At some point, I know it's going to happen. I want to build communities to either give away homes or have a community for the homeless. We're not just going to throw anybody in there because we don't want to put wolves in the chicken pen or the sheep pen. But with that being said, we can bring people together, whether they might be down on their luck. It's people all over the place under the bridge, and it's houses being thrown up all over the place as well. Why can't we build a community to help these people? I do things like that. There's no limit to serving the children of God, and that's how I look at everybody, because we're all His creation, and it doesn't matter about religion. I just want to show and prove His glory.
One step at a time. Yep. One step at a time, we'll get it done. As of the events Sunday, we are just going to, evangelize and reach whoever comes in the park and are able to just hear word and understand what our organization's purpose is. And we might be able to pour into some people. Some people may be able to pour into the organization so we can pour into other people. So excited to get it done and to start doing what was laid on our spirits to do.
Amen. I am going to get you in touch with, there's a friend of mine that is in Georgia now. She does something kind of similar to you. Hers is called Babes for Christ.
Oh, amen. Okay.
And she has a large group of children, but it's kind of co-ed if you ask me. So it's, the young men, young ladies together.
Yes.
What she does is she meets with them all the time. She talks to them, same thing. And then she takes them away on a trip.
Awesome.
Every so many months or so. And they have a good time. I think they just came back from Mexico.
Ooh, yes, I love that.
So they either just came back from Mexico or they're getting ready to try to go to Mexico. One of the two. And she does the same thing. And every year she's able to take them. Awesome. There hasn't been a trip that she hasn't been able to make. So the people do end up donating, but where she falls short, she still makes sure that she can take them babies away. Yeah. And so the good thing I like about it is that, I think that the more different types of groups that come together that do something similar,
yes,
and you guys are close near each other, I think the more the merrier.
Yes,
exactly.
And so I think it's an awesome thing, but I'll make sure I get you her info. And you can find her page, the page on Facebook. I do believe it says Babes for Christ.
Okay.
But I'll make sure that I get it to you, and I'm gonna get her yours as well.
Awesome.
So, and see if they can make it out to you guys on Sunday. So that was
awesome.
awesome, right? So what time is everything starting on Sunday?
3 p.m. Here's our flyer. Coco, I'm going to send you another screen. I think I sent you one prior to getting on the live, but I can send you another picture of the flyer. And then our QR codes, if anyone would like to sponsor, the food will be given away, or any gift cards that will be given away, that the QR codes are on the back of the flyer. So I'll send, did you want me to send you front and back right now?
Yeah, I got the back. I didn't get the front.
Okay.
Yes, it's at historic Fourth Ward Park in Atlanta. We'll be in the amphitheater, and we have the green space behind the amphitheater. And we're just gonna come together and do God's work. So if anybody who wants to show up, we would love to have you there. It's gonna be yes.
I posted it in the chat. So if you guys can see it, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We would love to have everybody there. We want to give a word. We're going to give some great word, and we're going to have some great fellowship, and we're just going to come together for humanity and the kingdom of God. Because, like I said, when I look at all of you, it doesn't really matter what background you have. I see the kingdom of God in God's children, and I'm going to do my best to honor you. That's what we do.
Background don't matter. You still God's creation, right? And so there's a lot of things that I do want to make it very clear on you guys. I'm not one of them that I discriminate due to your lifestyle, right? Because your lifestyle is your own. You got to live it and you got to walk it out. You are still his creation, so you still got to be treated like you're his creation.
Exactly.
And so I want to make that clear, and I hope that people watching understand that as well. I understand where you stand in your beliefs, but your beliefs in another person's lifestyle don't make it right for you to bash them over a lifestyle. That is not your job.
Right.
Your job is to love them until they change.
That's right.
There you go.
That's your job. Not to bash them, right? And so I do want to make that painfully clear, right? So because you see it so much now that you be like, well, where's the love of God?
Exactly.
Like, to be honest. And so I'm not that type. I'll love on you all day. If that's what you do what you do, baby. That's all I can say, because at the end of the day, it's not my life. You got to walk it out on your own.
Exactly.
And so at the end of the day, I'm going to still love on you. I'm going to say hello to you. I'm going to still hug on you. I'm going to ask you if you want a plate if I got one. And we're going to keep it moving. Yes. There's no different. I'm still gonna pray for you if you let me, and that's it. Because a lot of people, if they tell you no, they tell you no. You know what I mean? And so a lot of people, again, we don't force who we are on anybody.
Right. That's right.
That's why a lot of people are church hurt. They church hurt. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like you said, we come from all walks of life. Like, we are humans, and all human, and we all fall short. Like, we've all have fallen short before, and we sin daily. So, just showing the love of God is, like, I think the best way to bring people to Christ, to bring souls to Christ. I think we just got to show. And I think I think that I'm grateful for everything that I have faced too, as well, because you're able to empathize at the end of grace, empathize with people, because when you go through something, you're able to understand when people are going through those same things.
Exactly.
Right. And, not to be, condemned for going through something that you've been through, or doing something that you have done in the past, but truly growing from that and being a better person. Like, you can either look at the glass half empty or half full. Everything that you've been through, everything has a purpose. Everything. You can use it for God's glory. You could testify his works And I think that's the amazing thing about life. When you go through something, being able to testify what God has done through those trials and tribulations. So I love the fact that it's not beating the Bible over somebody's head, but truly just showing who God is in you and being that vessel. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Right. I just posted the flyer, I just shared it. So everybody that's been asking, go to my page, you'll see it. There you go. All right. So I am excited for what you guys are doing, how it's gonna be done. I have the utmost great expectation of what's going to end up happening, how it's going to turn out, just where you guys are going to go and where your businesses are headed, right? So I make sure I emphasize the S. Right? And so I'm so excited not only about that, but also where you guys as individuals are headed. So I say congratulations ahead of time.
Thank you.
And as y'all know from what y'all have known about me since you met me, prepare for more, right? I always say prepare for more because this is just the tip of the iceberg. So for you guys that are in the Atlanta area, please go check out this event. Go enjoy, walk up, just say hello and fellowship. That's all you got to do. Just go and enjoy yourself. Grab you a burger if they got one. Sit down and talk, even if you can't stay for the whole event, just show up to give the support, right? And that's the thing that I said. Just show up to give support. If you can't do anything else, if you have children, please bring them out. Kids are fun. It's a park. Let them go out, run off some of their energy. So when they get back home, when they get back home, everybody can lay down and go to sleep, right? So let y'all. I promise you, if I can make it, y'all will understand. I love fellowship with people. So on their next event, I will make sure that I keep you guys involved and aware of what they have going on. If they have a subscribe section on their website, please go and subscribe so y'all won't miss anything. Okay. And that way, y'all will always be in the know as to what they have going on. That's a big thing. If it's subscribe portion or contact us thing on their website, just put your information so you can be contacted or alerted when they are having some type of event, or even if they're just having a prayer meeting, you could be alerted and you could be a part of the prayer group, right? So everybody needs somebody. Listen, we are all some type of a connection.
Yeah.
Let us all help each other. That's all we got to do, y'all. I'm just asking you to give out the information, and if you in the area, show up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's it, right? That's also a part of showing the love of God, supporting people that you may not even know, right? So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. And trust me, this is not going to be the only time they're up here. They got to come back because they're going to have to tell me what happened after the event, right? So I'm excited just to be able to wait for the update and for you guys to come back and talk about the IULs, because that's been a big thing that people have been asking me to get on. So I can give them the information and they can have it. I'm gonna make sure that everybody got it. If it's a lot of y'all, because it's like 30 y'all that I already asked, y'all already know you have to be in the comment section, unless you guys want me to make it a Zoom so that we can interact. So you guys let me know how you guys want to do it, and that's what we're gonna make happen. All right. So depending on the amount of people, because StreamYard can't house but just so many, if you guys want to be able to interact with the person that's going to be teaching y'all that night, let me know so I can make it a Zoom instead of up here. All right. So we'll keep you guys posted as to date and time, but I will make sure that it's soon. All right. Anything else that you guys want to share with the people before you go?
Anybody that is willing to support and be a helping hand to walk with grace, let us know. That'll be greatly appreciated. If you want to just minister to someone, if you want to pour into someone, if you want to sponsor someone that might be in need, let us know. That's what this organization is for. If you want to mentor any students that I may have that might need mentorship, of course, we'll get, permission. We can get that connected and done as well. So I just want to do God's work. We just want to do God's work. So that's what we will be doing. And if anybody wants to be a part of it, just let us know.
And we do have one last question that just popped up on my side. Will you ever host your mentoring sections virtually?
Yes, definitely. I actually have a meeting coming up in the next 2 weeks. So I definitely have to make that something that I will be doing now because of baby girl. But definitely, like, even just fellowship with women over Zoom. We all are women that go through different things, whether it be relationship things, whether it be just trying to, learn the Bible more, Bible study, just different things of that sort. So definitely, I definitely want us to have a platform on Zoom so that we can connect more and fellowship more together.
And so for my support group, because you guys are in my comments, yes, we are having a judgment-free space Saturday evening. All right. So if you guys want to come on, I know how it goes. During the week, life be lifing. I get it. So y'all already know how this goes. If you want to come on, I will send you the Zoom link so you can register to be in the group. Again, y'all already know how it goes. It's a judgment-free space. It's not just ladies. It is also guys. We make sure that everybody can get it all out, right? Because you never know what another person is dealing with. I will tell you this. We do pray because you never know what another person needs.
Yes.
Make sure that once you pour out and you get it out, you have to be poured back in too. Okay. So that is something that I make sure of. Somebody says, it says Alicia, but then it says, hi, Brianna. This is actually your Auntie Marsha.
Hey, Auntie.
And so,
aunties, I see Aunt Lena on there as well.
Yeah, it says Auntie Marsha. That's what it says. And so I want to make sure that you guys are aware it will be Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. So I will set up the Zoom link for you guys to get. That way you can get on and register. I am so excited.
I have one more to say.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you're in the Gwinnett area in Lawrenceville on Saturday at 10 a.m., Walk in Sync Ministries will be having their first monthly meeting for couples and married couples. So,
and then walking in the park.
Walking in the park and building up, that relationship and just building fellowship with your partner. And I think
send me there. Does she have a website too?
She has a flyer. I'm going to send that to you.
Yeah, send it to me and I'll post it.
All right, sounds good.
So you guys, y'all already know. I make sure that I get all people contact stuff and give it to y'all. Yeah. So check out my page in a little while. In like 10-15 minutes, y'all will see the flyer. The other flyer is already there, front and back with QR code. Zooming in on your thing, you can scan the QR code from your phone. All right, so I'm excited. Again, like I told you, this won't be their last time up here, y'all. So as they continue to grow, we'll be back for major updates. That's how I say it. So, and I will let y'all know when I make my way to Atlanta, because when I get to Atlanta, I'm gonna interview them in person, y'all. We're gonna have a little bit down. Yeah. Right. So I'm excited. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming on tonight. Again, congratulations ahead of time. Y'all already know my motto. I love you to life. I love you to live. Live every day on purpose and make it count. I'll be back with y'all again tomorrow night, 9:00. I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all have a good night.
Say bye. She had so much to say.